Welcome back to episode 3 of Member Diaries, and I am with today the man that needs no introduction because everyone knows him in the gym, but I'm going to ask him to introduce himself.
My name's Jack Farity, been a member here since we opened, December time?
Yeah, November 20th, yeah.
November 20th.
But I think you was in whilst it was still a building site.
There was no equipment, but you showed me a catalogue of the equipment. I was like, that's the equipment I need. So it's like, sign me up.
No, that's great. So what made you want to join Snap? Because you've been in gyms quite a while, haven't you? You're very experienced.
Yeah, so I was training at a few hardcore gyms, and then I moved to the Egham University gym, but there was quite a lot of students there, so it got quite busy, and the equipment was okay, but when I saw the catalogue of equipment here, I was like, yeah, no, and I only live in Chertsey, so it's closer by. I saw the equipment, I was like, yeah, that's the equipment that I need. I need some solid bit of kit, and somewhere I like as well the fact that it's open plan. It feels like you're sort of like in a bigger space that isn't like confined. It's a smaller room.
So important for you when you train. You like your space.
Yeah, I thought some of the more hardcore gyms that I used to train at, they had all the equipment almost on top of each other. So you'd be either every time I'd be banging my legs on the bottom of the weight trees. Yeah, and either that or hitting my head because I'm quite tall. So I like having a bit of space around me. Otherwise, I'm prone to hurting myself.
And you're very knowledgeable. I think a lot of members do like ask you for advice, and you're always helping everyone and everything. But what motivated you to train? Why did you start training?
Well, as a kid, I was massively overweight. I used to be bullied for my weight, and then I didn't really do much about it. And then the group of people that I was hanging around with, they started going into the, let's say, darker areas of things, and I thought, no, this isn't me. So I had a conversation with my mother about it and told her how I felt. And she said, you know what, I'm going to sort something out for you. So what she did is she's not very well, but she pushed herself. She signed me up for a kickboxing class in Egham. And then for my birthday, she walked herself down to the Riverbourne and signed me up for a year's membership. And then gave it to me for my birthday. And then I went and I was just addicted from that moment. And I dropped something stupid like 8.5 stone, but too much the other way. Then I injured myself and I couldn't do kickboxing anymore. So I just stuck with the gym from that point.
Wow, that's certainly a journey, mate. And you haven't stopped since, have you? You take your training very seriously, and you're in every day. And
yeah, I did either 5 or 6 days a week, depending on what's going on around me.
No.
But I find it grounds me, and it sets me up for the day. A lot of people think, oh, exercise, you're going to be more tired. No, what happens is you get the rush of endorphins, and then you feel set up for the day to be able to do the other stuff. And plus, as well, I feel when you know your strength and what you're capable of doing, you can then apply that to other areas of your life too. Yeah. Because you know in your mind how strong you are physically, so you think, well, what else can I achieve if I can achieve that?
So just circling back to what you just said, because I think that was a really good answer. It's part of the mental health thing as well, isn't it? So how does it help you with when you're training?
Yeah, it's definitely part of the mental health, because around probably doing my cardio, that gives me a bit of time to be on my own, within my own thoughts, because a lot of people nowadays, where you've got all the internet, social media and different things, want everything quick. You never really have any time to sit alone with yourself, within your own thoughts, and think about what's actually happening. Because it's about everything around you that your focus is shifted to. And then you think, well, actually, hold on a minute. All of my focus has been on that. I'm not focusing on myself mentally, not as a selfish thing, but to actually sit with yourself and process what you're actually going through, if you're going through anything, to then deal with it better.
That's so interesting. What does the future of Jack's training look like? You know, are you going to continue with the gym, or do you have any goals in mind?
See, I did a couple of competitions in 2021.
It was really good.
Yeah, so I was in pretty good shape then. I mean, I've had some injuries that I'm trying to work around. But as you know, it takes time to recover from these things, and I've been doing sort of rehabilitation and foam rolling and stuff like that. But at the moment, it's kind of like maintenance and trying to get a little bit bigger, because when I competed, I was in good shape, but I hadn't got that size. And the thing is where I wasn't using any enhancement, should we say, it's harder to maintain that size and get lean at the same time. So for myself, I think I needed a few years away from it to try to grow, to then when I shred down again, be in better than I was before. So maybe in the future you might see me with a comeback in better shape and bigger.
So I look forward to that. That'll be really good.
If not, I'll just keep on maxing out the leg press.
You didn't normally do. I think that there's that video of me on top of it as well, which you found pretty easy, but I'm not very heavy anyway.
Well, maybe we'll add another video today because it's legs today, so maybe we can full stack it.
I'm up for that, mate. I suppose to finish then, if you could give any advice to anyone that trains, you know, one little bit of advice, what would you, Jack, give to everyone who's training?
So what I've learned over the years, I've learned that when you're younger, you want to push yourself to 100% all the time. That won't work, you'll get injured. I learned the hard way. What you have to do is you have to do little and often. That little and often will build up over time. Just say to yourself, what can I do today to be 1% better than I was yesterday? And that 1% will add up over time. Come in, train to 70, 80% of what you're able to consistently over time. Because if you overdo it and you injure yourself, then you've got to have a long period of time off. So you're best off to come in frequently, at least 3 times a week, I would say, to get decent results. 4 or 5 if you can, if your life permits it. And just come in, do something, do your research, and make sure, ask the staff. They're very knowledgeable. Even come up and ask me if I'm about, and I'll help you. And you just literally know what you're doing, so then you won't injure yourself. You just come in, do a little bit, but do it often. And don't eat a load of sugar.
Mate, really appreciate that. Looking forward to leg day today.
Yep.
But thank you very much.